Is this why people feel the need that they are turning on Triple H now? Now saying that the Triple H era.
Mm.
Oh boy.
I mean, I always am now super convinced that wrestling fans are never going to be happy. So, I mean, I enjoyed it. There's some booking decisions that I don't agree with, yes, but I wouldn't necessarily be like, okay, now I hate the Triple H era because like week to week we're gonna get shit that we don't like sometimes. So I mean, I do think we're still getting some of the best storytelling that we've ever seen right now. So I don't know.
Yeah, I've been, I remember when Ring of Honor was like the hottest thing, and we're talking like 2012, 2013, and this is when
Queen PR, Krista B, those wrestling girls, TWG, Black Excellence, making it effortless. Podcast bringing up women and wrestling. Let's go.
I am good.
That's
I'm sad the Knicks lost today,
yeah, I
but
saw that.
it's cool. We still can come back from this and make it to the next round. But other than that, I am good.
That's good. That's good. So, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Those Wrestling Girls. This is a special episode because we are doing our live reactions after watching WWE's Backlash, and I got a lot to say.
We got lots to
We
say.
got lots to talk about. But before we get into it, yesterday I was honored to be on a women in sports panel
Ooh.
at the Le Mans School in Manhattan, in the city. And I was up there with a whole bunch of phenomenal women who either played sports or still have a role in sports, like their coaches and stuff. But I have to just show you guys how pretty the program was. So this is front,
Mm.
real detailed, and then this is the back. And that's your girl.
Hey.
It's just like so cute. Everybody was just like they're gonna fold it up and put it in their office and this and everything else. It was really, really cute.
I
And then
love that.
one of the panelists, we have the same last name, but it's her married name, of course. She she has some ties to WWE without really. So
Mm.
she her son is into it. And her son was like getting really, really hype about Roman Reigns. And she was like, "Who's this Roman? Let me see." And she goes, "Oh, you mean Joe?" Her and Roman's wife were college roommates.
Wow.
Right. And then Bianca Belair's best friend ran track with my panelist, with my fellow panelist who was with me. So she has ties to
Wow.
WWE. And the fact that her son is into it a lot, I'm just like, girl, that is destiny. That is fate right there.
Yeah.
That is so good. So that was just like, it's such a small
It
world.
really is such a small world, and yeah, that sounds awesome. I love women in sports.
Yeah, it was really, really dope. A lot of them were D1 athletes,
Hmm.
volleyball, swimming, basketball, of course. Yeah, it was quite a few different ones. One of them actually played. Did she play in the WNBA? I can't remember, but I know she used to play on. She broke barriers by playing on her boys' high school team
Hmm.
alongside Cameron
Wow.
for Alston, who was
Wow.
actually in the league. And I only know that name because of Basketball Wives.
Hmm.
So yeah, that was such an amazing experience. I had such a good time. The students were amazing. They were very receptive. I
Love
had to get Krista B on them because, well, not on them, but with them because one girl was just like how she wants to be a sports journalist, and basically a white man basically told her, um, no, like you can't do that, or basically like try to downplay her dreams. I said, first of
that.
all, I mean, do you see all of us sitting up here? Girl, you can do whatever you want. Use
Period.
social media as your outlet. Do little reviews on stuff on whatever sport you like on TikTok. It will definitely go
You
off.
never know where something is gonna take you.
Yeah, so that was my day yesterday. That was my day. It was really good. I love doing those events. Those mean so much more to me, knowing that
Mm-hmm.
we can leave a lasting impact. Everybody was, "Oh my God, you wrestle?" No,
Why do people always go there? That's so
I was like, I
funny.
got a bad back. I got a bad knee. Like, mm-mm. So yeah, that was that. Then I came home for SmackDown and was low key excited for Backlash.
Yeah, Backlash was it snuck up on us, but I enjoy everything that was on the card and everything that like went into it. And SmackDown was really good last night.
SmackDown was really good last night. I have to give it up to the Street Profits and Fraxium.
Yes.
They killed
They've
it.
been delivering.
Yes, they killed it for sure. They absolutely killed it. Jade and the Jade, Naomi, Naya, Tiffany, um, Charlotte, Alexa segment,
Mm-hmm.
amazing.
Yes.
Alexa Bliss even returning.
Yeah, I didn't see. I didn't even think about it being her for some reason.
Me neither. I
But then it
definitely
was like
just
her
like
hometown, and so it just like made so much sense.
right. It made sense, but I was really on some. Oh, it's probably gonna be Meechin or BFAB.
Yeah,
That's what it was gonna be.
yeah.
And Alexa comes on. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. Ohio makes sense. What I didn't like is that people were so quiet for Zelina.
I know.
Like, she is your United States Women's Champion.
I
Why are you guys so
know.
damn quiet
I
about
think too,
it?
like it's not like she's had like consistency on like music or character identity, or like it's hard to like you're like we love Zelina because we watched her for so long, but I think
Mhm.
it's hard. It's like she needs something to connect with the audience.
I get it, and I think she's building. I think she's
Yeah,
building.
yeah.
I love seeing Alistair Black back. I really thought
Oh,
he was gonna hit
that
Carmelo
promo
Hayes.
was everything.
Yo,
I
I
was
really
so
thought he
into
was
that
gonna hit
promo.
Carmelo Hayes with a black mask. I was like, "Oh, it's coming, it's coming." But that match was good too, and
It
of
was
course, the
very
Miz
good.
got hit with the black mask, so it's better than that for me, right?
Yeah. I mean, mixing it up with Carmella, I was like, yes, let's go.
It was really good.
Let's get this going.
It was really good. What I don't like is the fact it's like Carmelo's the Miz's wingman or something.
Yeah, I don't know what they're trying to do there, but I think the association with the Miz is gonna do him better than not.
I guess, but I'm just like, Mello, you're him. The Miz is a whiny
The
person.
Miz is him too in
Mm-mm,
some degree.
mm-mm. Not
They
about
kind of have similar characters.
And I also feel like that's why it also clashes and don't work for me personally, because it's just like, I mean, I know they like birds of a feather flock together.
Mm-hmm.
Also at the same time, like if you're going to try to build up a character or build up one person or whatever, don't put them with a person that you're alike. I like when the opposites attract. Like
Mm.
when we had Liv and Rhea as tag team partners, but we didn't know if that they were really gonna mesh well together, and they
Mm-hmm.
did until they didn't. When you had like it's things like that. Like even who else? Oscar and Charlotte, weren't they tag team champions together at one point?
Randomly, yeah.
Randomly. Like sometimes the randomness works. And Carmelo Hayes and The Miz is very random, but like you said, when their personalities are
Yeah. I think it makes sense on a certain level, I think. And he's probably going to learn a lot from the Miz, especially
yeah,
on the
I'm sure.
mic
I'm sure.
and all of that. And then, of course, one of them's going to turn on each other at some point. So
Please
that's
let it
going
be
to be good.
Carmelo. Please.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like I said earlier, this show is definitely a special one because we're not only giving our reactions, we also have special guests coming through to share their live reactions with us. And our first guest is here. He is from the Ringer podcast, Wrestling Worldwide, everything under the sun. He's one of the best producers, one of the best wrestling historians I have ever met in my life. And he's just all around an amazing guy. So I feel like him coming here and
Yay.
today is definitely a good perspective to have on the show. So please help us welcome the one and only Brian H. Water.
Yay.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Hey
Hello,
Brian, thank you for joining
welcome.
us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So Brian, I want to
Mhm.
ask this to both you guys, being that we're both up here now, that we're all up here now. I want you guys to rank Backlash on a scale of 1 to 10. Brian, you
Hmm.
first. You're the guest.
Um, shoot, I would say probably 7. It was a
Okay.
solid, historically, Backlash always is kind of the calm down pay per view, except obviously during the Attitude Era, 99 to 2000. It was hot because you're coming off of a WrestleMania that was in 99's case historic, in 2000's case very mid, and
Hmm.
we had to make up with it with The Rock and Austin having their beer clashing moment when Austin helped The Rock win the title. But with something like '01, it was like, all right, it's calming down. '02, well, I ain't gonna speak about that one on this platform, but like '03, '04, it's kind of like that, kind of calm down. And then you have a lot of gems in Backlash. So this one, with the past two giving us, because they were international, they gave us a lot of like those moments, right? That crowd, like we always, anytime you think of Backlash France, you're gonna think about Jay Uso. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
The year before that, you're gonna think about Zelina Vega. You're gonna think about Bad Bunny. So I thought this was solid. I thought it was a 7 compared. It did what it was supposed to do, especially coming off of a WrestleMania right away. It's like it seemed like we just blinked our eyes and like, oh, we had Backlash, but I don't think the show was lacking. I like the 5 matches. I understand, people were like, well, where was Jay Uso? Why wasn't that match here? Sometimes you just can't have all the matches on the
Right.
PLEs. You have to save them because you still the advertising dollars that go into Raw and SmackDown are
You
way
need some
more.
for them shits.
Yeah, way more than what they was before. Hence why you had the Street Profits win the tag titles on SmackDown because we was able to get a 30-minute classic. Y'all know if that was at WrestleMania, it would have been, 10
Yeah.
minutes and out. So overall, I thought this was good. And we got some stories moving fast. All gas, no brakes. Let's get it.
Yada da mean.
I won't even try to say that because I don't think I could ever say it right.
So that word, being that I grew up like when I was younger, I don't know if it was like something that y'all said in the Bronx or whatever, but I know growing up in Brooklyn, growing up in the projects or whatever, we would just always make a words, and that word was one of them we used to say.
Hmm.
So when he brought it back, it's just like, Jacob, you was in New York, like you
I
was.
feel like he gonna bring more of those type of terms,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna be like, yes, like
Yeah,
that's why I just feel like I just see eye to eye with him. Like I get you, yo.
I get you. Yeah. So when he said yada da mean, I said, oh, that's what we bringing that back. Okay, got it.
Got
So
it.
P, how would you rate Backlash?
I think I would also give it a solid 7. I wish there was one more women's match on the card between the tag team championships, the US. I just think there's just so much more opportunity. Jade and Naomi, I would have loved a rematch there or something connected to that. But other than that, yeah, I think it was a solid 7. I enjoyed every match for the most part.
Okay. So for me, I would have to give it a 6.2.
It's very
That's very
precise.
specific.
Very
Right.
because one the number of matches, like I feel like it could have been 6 matches. There were a lot of parts where it just seemed like it was either too rehearsed or not practiced
Mm.
at all. There
Mhm.
was a spot that Jacob did, and I was just like, hold on. Did he really just do that before the actual intent? Or maybe I'm like, is there a delay on my TV? Like, I didn't know what was going on. But then with the Becky and Lyra match, you could tell there were a lot of mishaps. There were a lot of missteps. There were a lot of
Mm.
things. And you saw them talking like to each other the entire time. And I'm just like, y'all fought each other how many times already?
Yeah.
Or like y'all been in the ring with each other how many times? Like, why are you
Mhm.
guys literally talking through this match or whatever? And then it was just like the tantrums, the the chaoticness between Randy and John Cena in itself, I was really confused on that. Like I was just like, what am I watching? Why is this so chaotic? What is going on? And then there was so many spots to where, not saying that a surprise pop up or whatever is always needed, but there was so many spots to where somebody could have popped up. Like I for sure thought that Bailey was gonna pop out when one Becky got the chair,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
or when she started beating up Lyra after she lost. Two missed opportunities for a Bailey return, but Bailey over here posting on Twitter food and
Right.
stuff.
With
Like
her
get back in the
fans,
ring.
she with her family.
He could be really mad.
Right. And then seeing Jeff Cobb, cool, no problem. Like I feel like this is definitely going to add to the feud between Solo and Jacob, and we're also going to probably see
Yeah.
something new between or something continued between Jeff and Jacob. So that's fine, great. I'm just mad at the end, like how Randy they made Randy Orton go out. Like I get the antics of it, you know, the anticipation and everything, but for all of the
Mhm.
officials to come out to check on a ref, y'all ain't even check on poor Patton who went face first to the steel steps. Y'all gonna check on the second one who got hit in the head with a
Right.
like it's not making sense. So it brings me to this question. Is this why people feel the need that they are turning on Triple H now? Now saying that the Triple H era.
Mm.
Oh boy.
I mean, I always am now super convinced that wrestling fans are never going to be happy. So, I mean, I enjoyed it. If there's some booking decisions that I don't agree with, yes, but I wouldn't necessarily be like, okay, now I hate the Triple H era because like week to week we're gonna get shit that we don't like sometimes. So I mean, I do think we're still getting some of the best storytelling that we've ever seen right now. So I don't know.
Yeah, I've been, I remember when Ring of Honor was like the hottest thing, and we're talking like 2012, 2013, and this is when everything you see out of Kevin Owens now, he was creating that. And the fuse with Jim Cornette, I was like, it was so good. I wish I could take y'all back to it because it's not a lot of stuff from Ring of Honor that was like, oh, ladies, y'all would have loved that. I will say yes, because seeing how much you enjoyed the Austin versus McMahon. Now, mind you, this is like 11 years later. And it was like, wait,
Hmm.
Jim Cornette, Kevin Owens, because it was, I mean, listen to Cornette, it was like a shoot. And even then, people were complaining about stuff on Ring of Honor, So, like B said, everybody's always want to find something to complain about. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I'm personally like over the whole Triple H has this. I hear it every Wednesday night, and it's like, bro, we over that. Like it's booking, it's just wrestling. We moved on. Now, the thing about, if we want to talk about this regime, it's about one thing: the almighty dollar. That's the reason why we have all the sponsorships. That's the reason why you have sponsored
Hmm.
matches. One of my favorite WrestleMania memories will be when we were sitting near Andreas Hale and he was talking about just laughing at every sponsor when the Wingstop, Dude Wipes,
Hmm.
the American Insurance, But that's with the direction we're going in. And when I looked at this show, I said, okay, that main event was set up now to get us to the press conference. That's what that was all about. Like,
Hmm.
it was set up because that was the heartbreaking moment. Now, my qualm is, I get it. I would have rather seen that play out in front of thousands of people.
Yeah,
But
not in the press conference.
but at the
Right.
same time, I think it's also like it's a safe spot because yeah, people supposed to hate John Cena when he does that, but just in case, you can also continue to prove, because I'm like, oh, the final the final boss has a direct line to John Cena and said, "Look, Triple H, get up," because who's going to really tell
Hmm.
Triple H to get up, right?
Right.
So overall, I just thought it was, I thought everything was fine, because it's a lot of things isn't in a rush, and even with like Solo and Jacob and all of that, they started planting that seed on the boat. If you really think about it, on the yacht, because you saw Solo constantly doing this. They was
Mm-hmm.
little boy.
Yeah.
They was little boy in him throughout that. And when it like, and it was the whole big brother. You saw the big brother, little brother dynamic. But even the
Yeah.
positioning of Jacob being a little bit further over from Solo, he wasn't sitting up there. It's like, all right, y'all, chill, leave him alone. No. So, and it felt like Solo said, all right, you know what? Because that's the whole point of his character. He can't do nothing by himself. What did he do when Roman left? He called in Jacob. He called in the
Tama.
Tongas. And he was like, yo, you leave them alone. We don't mess with them. And then what he do? He go find somebody else in Jeff Cobb. And people's like, wait, he's a cousin too? Goodness gracious. Same thing when they brought in Brunson Reed. Sorry, he got hurt. But it's so funny. And it's a lot of the stuff is, and if I'm gonna use a Triple H is doing line, I'll say that he's constantly making people think. He's like, y'all not gonna be happy, and y'all think y'all gonna predict and book the show, and I mean to show you can't do this. The only thing people really don't complain about, and that's honestly because it ain't that many eyeballs on it compared to Raw and SmackDown, is NXT. But you when that start popping off and getting, because the ratings are growing, people gonna find ways to complain about that too, especially if Trick Williams wins the TNA World Championship at Battleground in a couple weeks, which I really hope he does.
Me too. That would be so fire.
I told y'all Shawn Michaels was better than Triple H. I'm just saying.
Booking wise,
wrestling wise. I mean,
Oh yeah, wrestling wise for sure. We know that.
But
We know
booking
that.
wise, I mean, Shawn, look at how Shawn books the women.
yeah, NXT is always good. I will say.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Okay, so my take on this whole, first of all, I was really gonna ask, like, why is everybody turning on Triple H? Like, why is it the Triple H era sucks? Because literally just a few weeks ago, maybe a few months ago, we were all sitting down glued to the TV like, oh, what's coming up? But I also think for us who've been watching since we were younger, we are also we still miss the nostalgia of it. So when we don't have a nostalgic factor to play into something especially in the PLE, it kind of throws us off, and it's just like, what do we watch it for? Like, what do we like buy tickets for? What do we attend this for? Because it really bursts our bubble of having that nostalgic factor. I for sure thought at least The Rock was going to make a surprise appearance.
That would have been nice.
Like, and I probably would have texted Jordan like, "Damn, I'm sorry you're not there. That's your hometown." Like, I for sure thought that The Rock would have been there, or popped up, or came out, or did something, just showed up. And like I said, I just feel like it felt like after that pop for Jeff Cobb, everything else just kind of just went downhill for me though. For me. Yeah, that's why I'm giving it a 6.2 out of 10. I do feel like there should be some other type of booking. It should have been, and then the press conference too. I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, damn, why wasn't I there for that? Because I wanted to see it in person. But at the same time, it's just like, you sunning Triple H, making him get up, and then you kind of breaking character with truth in your ear. And as soon as the girl asked the question, I said, he's not going to answer this question. And look what happened. He did not answer the question. Truth was over here being on your side, and you
Poor thing.
through the table.
And I'm glad though that they are incorporating R-Truth in with John Cena, because I was hoping they did. Because it's like he rides for him so much. That's his. I don't know if it's childhood hero so much anymore, but he always talked about it. I mean, I think they're trying to just make John Cena as hateable as possible.
Yeah, and hands on Truth. You hate it.
You know, yeah, like in the middle of a press conference. I just find it funny that a wrestler took like a finisher on the table, and like people was coming out as if he was like like, I think he's good. I think he could get up from this, but you gotta, sell the drama.
There's no
Right.
off switch
little.
anymore. That's The Rock told us at the last time he did a
Yeah,
presser.
he annoying, yo. Show up.
Show up for real.
I
Show up
think him and Triple H,
sometimes.
that rivalry is still real.
I mean, I think so too. And if we could get that one last match from them, I'll be here for it.
That's the one match I wanted so bad at WrestleMania 34. Rock going to be making movies and whatnot. I was like, look.
Right.
All right. Although chill. Chill.
Look, man. Hollywood had him long enough. Give him back.
Give him back.
He's gonna come back more if that movie flops.
Oh, I don't that UFC movie.
Yeah.
Or that movie's not gonna flop.
I hope not.
I think first of all, he don't even sound like himself. He doesn't look like I feel like The Rock really dug deep to really do this is something he's never really done before. Like, yeah, we've seen him in different aspects. Like, we've seen him in kid-friendly movies, we've seen him in action movies, we've seen him, like we always joke, like he's the same character over and over again. This one is completely different. Like, I do feel like this one would solidify The Rock winning some type of awards for this movie. And I do think, I realized The Rock really ain't win no movie awards.
Oh, yeah.
MTV.
Oh, wow.
I feel like he's really just won MTV movie awards, which they count. They count. But I feel like this one here, it literally takes him outside of the box of what he's normally used to. And it pushes him to a new level. Like, I've watched that preview about 3 times because of how good it is. And I'm just like, yo, that's really him. Like, it looked like somebody really punched him in the face and his nose splattered all over it, but he has to look like the guy who he's portraying. So, I do think that this movie is not going to flop at all. I do think it's going to get really, really great reviews. I do think that.
I hope so.
Yeah, and it's something different, and it's in a different light. So yeah, maybe but I do feel like The Rock is he definitely needs to appear at SummerSlam. Like, he really has to, because
that's
biggest party of the summer. I don't really know what the what's usually the last pay-per-view of the year. Like in December or November or whatever after
Survivor Series. It's been Survivor Series for the past few years. They slowly went away from TLC.
I think so. Right?
Yeah. And I think you could sell the fact that The Rock hasn't been at a SummerSlam since, I want to say, 2002 when he lost the title.
Wow, that's a long time.
Lesnar, and that was
not even like a little pop-up appearance.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, he has If I mean, somebody may correct me if I'm wrong out there, but yeah, as far as I know, The Rock has only been at SummerSlam 2002 when he lost to Lesnar, and he hasn't been back since.
Oh wow!
I'm about to see right now. But I also feel like him coming at some. All right, correct me if I'm wrong. Rock Cena MetLife. That was WrestleMania 29. Because P, you were there. Rock won or lost? Rock won.
He lost.
Oh, he lost?
Yeah, he put Cena over for the belt. The rematch. 28 was in Miami when he won.
Okay.
So now, all right, follow me here. That's even perfect. Rock appears at SummerSlam. It's at MetLife. It's 2 nights. We know this is going to be John Cena's last SummerSlam. We don't know which night. Rock brings up, or he's triggered at the fact that he's back in the building, knowing that he had John Cena on his side, but he realized, like, yo, I lost in this building to you. And then some type of magic or spark happens between them, even if it's for a little bit. Hell, it would be funny if The Rock fucking took the belt off of John Cena and then literally handed it to whomever is there. Like, let's just say, oh, speaking of John Cena, and it's on my screen.
To the Chief.
Hand it to the Chief. Come on.
Here for it.
Yeah, you see where I'm going with this? That would make the best sense.
I can see, I would love it. It would be full circle.
Yeah, it really would.
Full circle.
It really would.
Okay. We can't not speak on the performance that Pat McAfee put on tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, although I knew in my heart and my heart of hearts and soul of souls that Pat McAfee was not going to survive this match, I
He
knew
put up a good fight.
He put up a good fight, and Pat, I'm me and you gonna have an interview session one day, Pat. I'm letting you know right now, so just be ready, okay? Um, it was just really amazing. Then for Gunther to really give him that nod of respect after the match was over, it was Michael Cole for me. I felt like it was going. I felt like Michael Cole was gonna throw in that white towel, like Linda did with Stephanie and that father-daughter match. Crazy.
He took it back.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta throw my little history in
You
there.
know they got fined here for that.
For sure.
The Maryland Commission that was in Baltimore, and they got the Maryland Athletic Commission fined them for that match.
That match was brutal as hell.
Yeah.
And then it's like you're kind of promoting. Ryan, you were absolutely right. The Rock's last appearance at SummerSlam was in 2002.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is why he's a historian, you guys. He's a historian of that's why.
Sometimes
No, but Pat
random
McAfee
stuff
put on
that
a
I
hell of a
remember.
performance. I'm sorry, what you said?
I said sometimes just random stuff I remember. Like shout out to Michael Cole. Rosenberg said the Bobby the Brain Heenan spot, but I'll take it further and tell you exactly that happened at WrestleMania 5 when Bobby Heenan did that, costing the Ultimate Warrior the Intercontinental title against Rick Rude.
Wow.
Yeah.
The more you know.
I wish I could remember shit so exact like that, but it's just too much.
It happens.
Yeah, when you sit there and binge watch stuff, sometimes it's like stuff just happens.
But back to Michael Cole, I get Michael Cole, like Pat McAfee's your best friend, and I get that, and you want to make sure your best friend is fine, and you're telling him. But for you to get off of your headset and for you to try to like interfere and hold the leg of Gunther and this, that, and third, you're technically the reason why Pat is in this match in the first place.
Yeah,
that's why he's
taking up for you.
Yeah,
and you gonna interject yourself again. At this point, if I'm Pat, you want your ass whipped. You go ahead. I'm gonna take your spot. You take mine. Because at this point, that's what you want. You want to get beat up. You want to be in the place where my fighting for you is in vain.
I'll say this though: you talk about inserting a legend. That could have been the time to get us on the path to Gunther versus Goldberg.
Oh,
do we really want that?
I think the streets do.
There's some people in the streets, especially keep Gunther away from the world title or a championship and have him in a meaningful feud. Kind of like we know Goldberg has a few more matches, and then I mean that would be like the perfect person to retire him. It'd be funny. He said, he come out there and say something like, "Yeah, I said you, Bret Hart. I said that you was my favorite wrestler to Bret Hart, but I just lied. Said that to get under his skin."
That happened. I did forget that happened.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
And then with him and with the son being involved. Okay, I could see that happening. Yeah, I could definitely see that happening. Maybe. I don't want to keep saying SummerSlam because we have Money in the Bank, but Money in the Bank is literally right there too, so it's not.
Yes, it is.
We got a little bit more breathing room, right? Don't we?
Not really.
I mean, that's right there.
Yeah. Shout out to you. I saw your piece. 3 matches for Cena.
Oh, the opponent. Oh, thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
People need to check that out because that was really good. Very intriguing. I was like, oh, okay. I don't want to give it away.
The 3 that I picked, they all have history of unfinished business with this man.
Yeah, it's definitely spot on.
Yeah, it's definitely spot on. So please check out my articles on Pro Football Network. I think that's what it's called. It's just so long, I can't remember. But yes, I think it's the Pro Football Network. But yeah, it's just so much that I can say about Backlash and how disappointed I am. And then maybe if I like rewatch the highlights or whatever, then I'll then I'll get it or understand or maybe appreciate it more. But for right now,
Well, what was your expectations? That's I think it all starts with expectations and then what happens. I guess because I'm used to like I'll have expectations for Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and that's it. Money in the Bank.
Survivor
Oh,
Series.
never. Not because Survivor Series is like traditionally it's always like the family fight.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I me being like I love the traditional Survivor Series matches. They work better like back in the day because we didn't always get all these people teaming up where we do get them, but still, I don't. I still look at it as a big four, and it's always going to be
Mhm.
that to me. But I'm never going to have like the highest of high expectations unless you really have like something on the line. Like '98 is probably my favorite one because of the fact it was the WWE Championship on the line, and I remember like vividly going to school every day, bothering brother Hugh, like yo, is Stone Cold go get his belt back? Austin gotta get his belt back, right? And then they swerved us,
They
which was like one of
swerved
the
us
greatest
crazy.
swerves
Mhm.
ever, you know. So yeah, that's why I don't have like, but I always, some of the other shows, it's low expectations, even the Saudi shows, just like, okay, it's, a house show for all that. I'm gonna watch it, but I put it like this: these are the shows where I'll do something and then be like, all right, we'll go back and watch. Like last year, Money in the Bank, me and P was at a cookout, and then it's like, all right, we'll catch it, and stuff like that. So, but like SummerSlam, WrestleMania, locked in.
Mhm.
Well, first of all, we love a cookout.
Yeah.
Um, secondly, I don't know if I had like I feel like I was so drunk. I don't know about y'all, but the way that they set up these promos leading up to these matches this
Really
year,
good.
these promos were so good. So yeah, it got you hyped. It's like you wanted to see a good movie, and you
Yeah.
see the preview for you, like, oh, that movie gonna be good, and you go to the movies and you spend your money, and that movie is ass
Like,
of the ass, and you mad because you can't get a refund. That's how I kind of felt with watching Backlash. Like the promos was good. The
mhm.
promos from Randy Orton and John Cena from 25 years ago up until now. The promos between Dom and Penta, and the promos between Jacob and because he's Jacob, you can't really go against him because he just might kill you. And all of that, like all of that was really really good for you to like build, build on that alone, and then you deliver
So
what
you
you
don't
do.
think the matches was good?
Okay, so first match banger, fatal
Well, I
four
guess what do you look for in a good match? Are you looking for false finishes? Like, you know what? I'll give you this. This is what I'm saying. Like, my favorite match, one of my favorite matches, Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston, right? The most thing I love about that match, there wasn't no false finish. Kofi hit that Trouble in Paradise once.
You talking about for at 35?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where because we got so much of 1, 2, oh, 1, 2, oh, and after a while it gets old. So, I guess that's what it comes down to. Like, what are you looking for in a good match? Are you looking to be shocked? Or are you just looking for smoothness?
Yes, shock value is always great for me.
Okay.
Mhm.
Smoothness, yes. I feel like there were a lot of moments where it wasn't smooth. Like I said earlier, the Becky and Lyra match, I feel like it could have went something completely different. Like I don't know why I felt like Becky was like holding back, or she felt like she was scared or something, and not doing her best. Because we've seen Becky at her best, and this was not one of them times. And that's sad for me to say because I'm such a Becky fan. But
Mm-hmm.
also as a fan, I have to be realistic. Like I'm not gonna just sit here and be like, oh well, she's Becky Lynch, she's the man, she's accomplished all this, so she can do what she wants. No, because at the end of the day, you still here to put on the show. Like, and if it's and I feel like now her character work is also is getting stale. Brian, as you said previously, like her finisher, that manhandle slam has to go.
I'm just tired of looking at it. It just
Yeah, like how many times can you really manhandle slam somebody? Like, why is that even your finisher?
Oh, it's so bad. I hate it so much.
Yeah, like why is that even your finisher? You had what you had. You had the Bexploder. You had the disarm her. Like then have something else. Like look at something else. Go in the vault. Go on your arsenal. Show something we ain't never seen before. Like when Roman Reigns put Jey Uso in that damn guillotine. We ain't never see that before. When he came back, we was just like, go ahead, Roman. Everybody was happy. Everybody got tired of the damn Superman punch and the
Right.
damn spear.
Like you said, go learn a new hole.
Go learn.
Yeah, we'll be here waiting for you. It's okay.
Exactly.
That's what I like what Bailey did too, because then she stopped doing so much the Bailey to belly.
Mm-hmm.
She switches it up though. Like if you really pay attention, Bailey's always switching it up in the ring.
Yeah,
she's such a great pure wrestler.
She is, and I just feel like Becky.
Justice for Bailey.
Justice for Bailey. I don't feel like Becky's drive or passion is there anymore.
Ooh.
I mean, when you've accomplished so much already, like it's really hard for her to do something she hasn't done before.
Yeah.
And excelled at or won or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she needs to take this title off of Lyra, or then it's just like, what are we doing here?
And I honestly feel like that was originally supposed to happen. Because when Jess counted to 3, I was like, that was a 2 count and a kick. And then they replayed it. I was like, oh, that was a 3 count. But I do feel like Becky was supposed to walk out as champion tonight and not Lyra.
I could see that, but then Becky could have called an audible because she's been being called Becky Hogan online, so she's probably like, "Let me
Why are they calling her Becky Hogan?
She's politicking backstage, getting placed in top spots after being away, and yeah, so.
And then they compare me to the scummiest person on earth. Yo, when she said that line, I popped.
That was funny.
Well, I'm glad to know that she don't respect him.
Yeah, that's good to know.
That's good to know, because if she would have said some shit, then I'm like, Becky's coming off my wall.
He is the best, such and such.
Yeah,
so.
like
she's smarter than that. She know better than that. Even if she feel that way.
Leave your shit at home.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this was a fun episode, you guys.
Yes,
Brian, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate you always being a special guest on the show.
Yeah.
Can you let everybody know where they can find you at?
You can find me each and every Wednesday night on the Wrestling Realm Now podcast. Also, be sure to check out Break It Down with Brian H. I'm on episode 294. So check
congratulations.
Nice. Congrats.
300's coming up very soon. But also check out Breaking Through Glass Ceilings and everything on 6HM Production. Make sure you check out that channel. So subscribe, like, y'all know the deal. And catch me producing The Masked Man every Monday and Thursday on the Ring of Wrestling feed.
P.
Queen 3_PR on all socials.
And you can find me, Miss Krista B, at MS_KRISTAB_ on Instagram and MS_KRISTAB on Twitter. Please make sure you're following Those Wrestling Girls on every social media platform. Please also make sure you are following Revolt Podcast Network. Revolt
Creator Network.
Revolt Creator Network. Please make sure you're following the Revolt Creator Network on all social media platforms as well, because these are where these episodes are living. As you may or may not know, we are a part of the Revolt family, so please make sure you go subscribe to Revolt. Subscribe to our YouTube. We are at 2,010 subscribers on our YouTube channel right now, so please help them numbers continue to grow. Please share it. Please send it to your mama, and send it to them as a cute Mother's Day gift. Here, listen to this. Support Black women. That's it. I don't know. But please make sure you support us. You subscribe to us. Follow us on all social media platforms, Those Wrestling Girls. And make sure you have those alerts on, because we have some things cooking for SummerSlam, and we don't want you to miss out on it at all. Don't hit the DMs, because we're not going to answer. So pay attention to that. On that note, it's your girl, Krista B.
And Queen PR.
With the amazing and incomparable Brian H. Waters, and we're out of here until next time. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Queen PR, Krista B, Those Wrestling Girls, TWG, Black Excellence, making it effortless. Podcast bringing up women in wrestling. Let's go.